Good. Clap once if you can hear my voice. Clap twice if you can hear my voice. Oh, I know the young people here today, this is not a first time for them because you are already ready. So I am so excited to be here this morning. I am Misha Porter. I'm the New York City Schools Chancellor. And it is a pleasure to be here with Principal Espada and the Brooklyn Garden School community to celebrate. Yes. Now, I didn't get to meet everyone, but I did get to meet Mason, and so I know the young people here are not only smart, but friendly, and you know what else, moms and dads? They are super duper cute. I think these are the cutest kids I've seen ever. Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. Technical moments. So, first of all, today is an important day because today marks another moment in which we're making a historic investment in our future. And our future is the beautiful young babies that are sitting next to their amazing moms and dads in this moment. And as a young person who, well, I'm not that young anymore, actually, but as a young woman who grew up in New York City, who went to public schools in New York City, who grew up in South Jamaica and in the South Bronx, what we're talking about today would have been a game changer for me, and I'm so excited to make this moment a game changer for your children with the City of New York. So, today is an investment and the expansion of the Save for College program, an historic investment in our New York City babies. With this initiative, 70,000 kindergarten students every single year will receive financial support for their future, including all of you babies here with us today. I want to take a moment. Yes, let's give it a round of applause. But I want to take a moment to thank the people and organizations who brought this program to life. New York City Kids Rise and Julie Menon, our incredible partner and leader of this program. Mariano Guzman and Sabine Mora for helping us reach families citywide. The Gray Foundation, John and Mindy Gray, for their vision and deep commitment to our students. But also to the kids and families here today. Without you, this wouldn't be possible, and without your partnership, we wouldn't be at this moment. As the Chancellor, I'm committed to providing every student with the opportunities, resources, and support they need to achieve their dreams. And that's important to me because what a difference it would have made for me and my family to have started college savings early on. When I was your baby's age, my mom was a single mom, and she didn't have the resources to create this moment, this space for me. But I know if she could, I know if somebody would have jump-started that opportunity for her, she would have. And I'm so proud for all of us that we get to do that here today. This investment is about telling each and every one of these babies that they matter, that they are important, and that New York City is investing along with our partners in their futures. And so I just want to give them another round of applause for the future that is in front of them. See, as one of my priorities as an educator, having access and ensuring that young people have access to college and career readiness is a priority for all of our students. This program starts a strong financial foundation and empowers families to plan for their children's futures from the first days of kindergarten. And let me tell you what's important about that. I was a principal of a 6 through 12. And I knew that planning for college didn't happen when students entered my building as 6th graders. Nor did it happen when they entered ninth grade. And by the time they got to 11th grade, it was actually too late. We were way behind. For families who have means, this process starts out of the womb. For families who have means, this process starts at kindergarten. And if we are truly investing in the future of young people, then our cities make that investment early on. If we really want to interrupt the wealth gap, if we want to interrupt systemic racism, if we want to interrupt all of the barriers that keep young people from achieving their goals. And I know all of you mamas and daddies are like me. No matter who you are and what you do, your goal is for your child to be greater, to be better, to have more than you. And that looks different because that isn't always about money. It's about experience. It's about the life you want them to lead. But it starts with having a strong foundation, and that's what this is about. This public-private community partnership demonstrates the power of working together to build a brighter future for our communities and our children. And I've said since I started this role, this moment about rebuilding our city, about reopening our school system, it wasn't about what the New York City Department of Education was going to do alone. It was never about that. It's always been about how are we going to partner with our CBO partners, our philanthropic organizations, our nonprofit, oh, look who's coming, our nonprofit and for-profit partners. That's what this moment was about, how we would do this together. Y'all can give the mayor a round of applause as he enters the room. Yes, because it's important to know that it's this mayor and this mayor's commitment from the beginning of his administration. This is not the end of his administration moment. This is from the beginning of his administration. This mayor has been committed to early childhood education, pre-K and 3K. And so let's give him an applause for putting dollars behind that. So to our youngest learners here with us today and across the city, to our babies in the room with us, we can't wait, I can't wait, and I know your mommies and daddies can't wait to see all that you will accomplish. We are here to support you every step of the way. And with that, I'm so excited to turn it over to introduce Derek Hamilton, who is a huge champion of baby bonds.
Thank you, Chancellor Porter. Mr. Mayor, I'm proud here to be here to talk a little bit about this program. We know that the racial wealth gap and wealth disparity is a generational issue. In order to generate wealth, it takes wealth. So I'm happy that we are moving forward to put a down payment on the future of our children by recognizing that capital begets more capital, and this foundation is surely needed. I'm also grateful to the mayor for commissioning the Racial Justice Commission, which me and my fellow colleagues, one is here today, Deputy Mayor Phil Thompson, we're working on some of the structural racial issues that exist with the city, but we know that our work won't be complete without good policy foundations to redress some of the disparities that have existed historically and still exist today. So I'm going to be brief. I'm just going to say, again, this is a monumental moment where we are seeding a foundation so that we can redress the inequities that have existed long in this city in a generational way by focusing on our children to put that down payment. So in closing, thank you, Mr. Mayor. New York City Kids Rise, the Gray Foundation, and other partners for seeding the program and laying the foundation for our city to make great strides towards equity and that North Star of economic justice.
Thank you so much, Derek. Thank you for your partnership. And you need a breath? We're so excited to have you here. I need a breath. Okay, all right. So I'm going to chat a little now. So, you know, today is super important, and we have so many important people here supporting this initiative and bringing us to this day. And, you know, I just want to say to the school community, the faculty and staff, I haven't had a moment, I haven't been here today, but ladies and gentlemen, this moment of talking about baby bonds is important, but let's also please, let's give the school community a round of applause. Principal Espada and the team here have gone above and beyond and to be there for our babies across the city. Our schools have worked so hard to make sure we could make these connections throughout the pandemic. And Mr. Mayor, this moment is a deeper investment in all that our children need. And it shows the city's commitment not only to our young people, but to our school communities and how we need to stay grounded in making sure you all have what you need to reach your potential. I want to also acknowledge that we have Executive Superintendent Karen Watts in the building, who remains excited about all these moments and is super invested in early childhood. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Patricia Ramsey, who's been a great partner to New York City schools.
Thank you, and I'm just pleased to have an opportunity to come and to speak at such an important occasion and something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is education. And to have this early investment in education, I just applaud the city for this early investment. As president of Medgar Evers College, a college that was born out of community, in central Brooklyn, a college with social justice in its DNA, this initiative so aligns with all that we stand for. We know in our communities, you've often heard, education is the great equalizer. Well, this initiative enables us to invest in education early. As a college president, I see students often who would like to attend but do not have the financial ability to be able to do so. The students, for example, that attend Medgar Evers College come from families that have household incomes below $35,000 a year. And with an initiative such as this, I see an opportunity for young people who may not have thought that they could attend college to be able to see college in their futures. Now, why is that important? According to Bureau of Labor and Statistics, we know that for every degree, there is going to be an enhancement in the family's income. And so we as educators would like to see our communities, particularly those communities who have been disenfranchised, those communities where economic sustainability is something that is just a couple of words. We would like to see those students have the same opportunity as students from anywhere in America. This initiative put forth by the city with regard to the baby bonds and being able to have parents to see the ability for their children to be able to go to college is something that I think needs to be across the nation, something that should be practiced. And so I just commend the mayor for his leadership in this effort, and just know that for every student that we can send to college, for every student that by the time of third grade we can keep them interested, it helps not only the city of New York, but it helps this nation. And I want to say that I am a part of the City University of New York system. Medgar Evers College is a senior college in that system. And we are a system that promotes education for all. That's why you read that our Chancellor, Felix Matos Rodriguez, used stimulus funds to clear debts of students. Because, folks, college does come with a price. And so this initiative that we are speaking about here today is what I would call an opportunity for us to raise up this nation to be competitive with nations anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramsey. This is a game changer, and you are absolutely a game changer for Brooklyn and for the City University of New York, and so thank you for so much. And with that, last but certainly not least, the man who walked in the room and caused a stir, it is my pleasure to introduce the man who made this happen, the leader of this great city, the man who's been invested in early childhood and pre-K students since the start of his administration. He knew that a game changer for our city was going to be investing in our children, investing in our babies, and investing in our youngest learners. And now where he's making a different kind of financial investment, it's my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Bill de Blasio.
Okay, before I talk to the adults, I want to ask the kids a question. To all the kindergartners, do you know the song Happy Birthday? Raise your hand if you know Happy Birthday. Okay, I'm going to ask you to join with me because you know what? Our Chancellor, Misha Ross Porter, it's her birthday today. So what a perfect way to celebrate. Okay, so everybody, kids and grown-ups, when we get to that part of the song, we're going to say Misha, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Misha. Ever. All right, for the kindergartners and all the grown-ups, I want you to hear a little quick inspirational story. Misha Ross Porter, she went to our New York City public schools, and some people saw her genius. Some didn't see her genius at first, but she kept fighting because she knew she could do great things. She went to college. She got her master's degree, and just a few months ago, she got her PhD while being chancellor. So the message to all the kids is you can do amazing things. And we are so proud of you, and we have such hope for you. And if you want to be a PhD too, you can do it. And we're going to support it starting today with these baby bonds. We're going to give you that first step towards your very, very bright future. Now, everybody, there's a lot of great people here. I want to thank the folks who have been a part of this and believe in this and made it happen. I want to just resonate off a little bit what Professor Derek Hamilton said, because it was very powerful to me. He said that really powerful phrase, that North Star of economic justice. We are kindred souls. I knew exactly what you meant. And Professor, thank you for all you're doing with the Racial Justice Commission. And you have been the leading national voice for baby bonds, saying to the people of this country, look, here's a way to make a difference. Here's a way to start every child on the right foot. And that's what we're doing today. But so many people, if you look at the folks in this row and in this row, these folks worked long and hard to bring us to this day. Years and years of effort. I want to give a special thanks. I know Mindy Gray is here. John Gray could not, but Mindy and John Gray have been absolutely foundational to this effort from the beginning. They put their own money into getting this started years ago. Let's give them a round of applause. And good ideas generate energy, and more people join. And a member of my team, when this was all getting started, she was our Consumer Affairs Commissioner, and she believed in it, and she ran with it. And she's about to become a member of our City Council. Julie Menon, thank you. And so people got the idea going, and they built upon it, and they built upon it. Then more people joined in, and along came this group over here from the city government, Deputy Mayor Phil Thompson and Sadia Sherman, who has been the executive director of our task force on racial inclusion and equity. They said, we now need to make this a city priority. We need to make the city of New York an investor in this. And Sadia, special appreciation to you. You said this could happen. We said, what are we going to do to speak to this economic justice moment? This was around Juneteenth. What are we going to do to really bring forward the spirit of Juneteenth? It was Sadia who said, we need to do something big and bold for the children of this city. So we are not going halfway, because we're New Yorkers, we don't do anything halfway, right? Every kindergarten student gets a college savings account as of now in New York City. Great thanks to the team members now doing so much to bring this forward. Our Department of Consumer and Worker Protection Commissioner Peter Hatch continuing this great tradition. And from the Mayor's Fund, and when you hear the Mayor's Fund, you want to hear that word fund, they make the money happen for good causes. I want to thank Danielle Bayerlein and all your colleagues for the work you've done. I'm going to be real quick because we want to get to the part where we congratulate each child. But I want to focus on one of the words you heard again from Derek, generational wealth. Generational wealth. We cannot break the pattern of our history where our history was broken. To break that pattern, we got to do something very different. Where our history didn't serve all our people, we need to do something different. Creating generational wealth is the way. If you're going to create generational wealth, you create educational opportunity. We all know it. The more education you get, the farther you will go. Now, so many doors have been closed to our young people, but the minute a young person knows from the age of 5, there is a college savings account built for you personally. Each one of these, look at these beautiful children. Each one of them will have that college savings account with their name on it. And wonderful people like the folks you see here are going to make sure that more and more money is donated in, that the whole community gets involved, that wonderful charitable organizations get involved, foundations, and members of the neighborhood. Because Sadia told me beautiful stories of folks gathering from the neighborhood, not just the immediate family, but from a whole neighborhood to support one child and build up that fund for that child's future. That's what we're here to do. So we're going to make a presentation now before we greet the kids, and we give them each their college savings account and their baby bond. We're going to make a little presentation because the Mayor's Fund has been putting together money to keep building up this effort and building up this effort. And here's my message to all New Yorkers. If you believe in our children, you can donate too. You can donate to these wonderful children. So I want Deborah Ellen to come forward from NYC Kids Rise. This group has been so pivotal to this effort, building it up from the beginning. I'm so appreciative. And we want to make a little presentation. Chancellor, join me. A little symbolic presentation. And this is for this moment at Brooklyn Gardens Elementary. For this class, this is a representation of the money coming in to start, and a lot more is going to come in behind it, to start each child on their way. From the Mayor's Fund, a donation of $5,300 to get us started at this school. All right. Thank you. Now, again, this is a beginning, and every family is going to help those accounts grow. Community is going to help those accounts grow. Wonderful nonprofit organizations, foundations are going to help those accounts grow. And you know what else is going to grow? Hope. Each child's hope and sense of their own possibilities. Now, the kids are getting ready to come up. Let me ask my team, can we get this out of here? Let's get this out of here.